Greetings, esteemed viewers. So, this is kind of a movie review slash discussion slash telling what we thought. We both saw the Dragonball Super movie that came out recently, the Broly one, and I kind of know what Austin thinks about it, because he like contacted me on Skype. He's like, "Did you see the Broly movie yet?" And I'm like, "Now I'm seeing it tomorrow." I was like, "I fucking hate it."
Yeah, I wasn't too fond of this movie, and it pains me to see that it has like an 8.7 on IMDb.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but I don't know what you think yet, Brian, because you haven't told me yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sure you'll be happy to know that I really liked it.
Oh.
As if any other conclusion were possible, because I need you to hate me that much more. But we can go point by point. And
I have this very salty taste in my mouth right now.
Well, I'll be the good cop.
Which is odd because I'm eating a lemon head.
Well, that's just how powerful I am, and I'll take that as a compliment. Okay. So if you didn't realize by now, this is going to be spoilerific. So if you wanted to see the movie for yourself or not know what's coming,
if you want to see the movie for yourself, it's too fucking late. You should have pre-ordered your tickets.
Yeah, I did notice that. Like, I ordered mine like last Sunday, and the movie was already like pretty much almost full.
Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, before we actually get into it, I'd just like to point out this is the best-selling like anime movie since Pokemon the first movie.
Really? Is that so?
Yes. But part of that is also because it's having a longer runtime than most anime movies do.
Yeah.
Not like runtime like screen time. I mean, like, it's out in theaters longer.
Right. Yeah. Because I feel like this one's at least going to be out for like a week, whereas other ones have been out for like a matter of a couple days.
Yeah, it's usually just like a weekend.
Yeah.
Like the My Hero Academia movie was out for like 3 or 4 days, which is a much better movie than this.
Wait a minute, hold it back up. I didn't even know about that. I might have seen that.
Oh, you should have. It's a better movie.
Okay, well.
I'm not saying that. Oh, by the way, I'd just like to point out, I'm not saying that because I don't like Dragon Ball. I actually really love Dragon Ball. Battle of Gods is probably one of my favorite anime movies.
Mm-hmm.
But Dragon Ball Super Broly is one of my least favorite.
Well, I saw it with my sister, and she really liked it too. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what we like and don't like.
Okay. So let's stop procrastinating. Where do you want to start? Just from like the beginning of the movie, like the first half.
Probably.
The first half, which is all exposition.
Basically, yeah. And I never saw the Bardock movie.
Okay. Then you're not gonna know why. Part of the reason why this movie makes me so mad.
Okay. Well, is it because they completely changed the characterization of Bardock?
Well, they didn't completely change him. They just made him. It's something they did to all the Saiyans, really, because all of the Saiyans in the Bardock special, they were all fucking assholes. Like, they were just straight up like savages. No one gave a shit about their kids. They have them, they put them in a pod, and then they're sent to a planet. What the fuck ever? Who cares?
Mm-hmm. Okay, see, that's interesting, because I thought, so they were like, they made a plot point, like, only the lower class Saiyans get sent away to planets, and I thought all Saiyans had that.
Yeah, that is something that happens to all Saiyans. I think they just keep the higher class Saiyans separated for, like, special training.
Mm-hmm.
But they still get sent away, which is why Vegeta doesn't die.
Alright.
And he gets escorted by Nappa.
Okay. I did find it kind of weird that, Vegeta got the news that his planet was destroyed. And that was a pretty big part of his character throughout all of Z, so I don't know why he was apathetic.
From what I remember, I think he was. No, he wasn't like that in the original Bardock. He does get a little shocked,
Mm-hmm.
but he doesn't like freak out and like start breaking down. He's just a little shocked that everyone's dead.
Yeah, no.
But he quickly gets over it.
With how stoic Vegeta is in general, like I would expect kind of more of that type of reaction, where he gets a little shocked and then he gets over it and maybe harbors some hatred.
Yeah, especially like pre Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
before Earth, because he does change a lot.
Yeah.
Especially in the Buu saga.
Definitely. But,
Yeah.
So I did notice that. I'm like, whoa, he doesn't give a fuck. Okay.
What did you think? Okay, you saw the dub, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what did you think about Vegeta and his dad sounding exactly the same?
I noticed that immediately. And Chris Sabat also voices All Might in My Hero Academia.
Yeah, but.
So I heard him he was doing the kind of like a deeper thing, that trying to be more regal, but I could hear it. It was it wasn't really distinct.
I don't know. His All Might voice sounds a lot different though to me than his Vegeta voice.
Well,
I can still hear it a little bit, but it doesn't sound exactly the same.
Well, I meant like the King Vegeta's voice. Closer to All Might.
I can hear he was trying to do something different, but it still just sounded exactly the same almost.
Yeah, no, it sounded very similar, which I guess you could get away with it because they're father and son, so it's not like terrible. And honestly, in the Japanese with the Japanese voices, Goku and Gohan sound pretty much just as similar.
Like adult Goku and adult Gohan?
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
You see, I can't watch Dragon Ball sub because there's two reasons. One, I grew up with the dub, so I'm just used to that. But I just can't stand some of the Japanese voices. Like the one that just stopped me from watching Z subbed at all was King Kai. I cannot fucking stand his Japanese voice. His voice never matches what he looks like. It's always just it's completely monotone the entire time.
That is interesting that he's the one who pushes you over the edge, because the subs that I watch don't really. I haven't watched really any subs with King Kai, so I can't even.
Yeah, because he's barely in Super.
Like. Right, but Goku's voice.
Yeah, Goku also bugs me.
First time I heard it.
Goku bugs me too, but King Kai, holy fucking shit.
Yeah. I'm getting Goku's annoying, but King Kai is just completely.
King Kai's aggravating.
But I did notice that about the Saiyans in general in this movie. They seemed a little bit less heartless and ruthless and just kill everything.
Yeah, they wanted to make them more likable, I suppose.
They humanized them a little bit.
Yeah. Then again, Toriyama is the one who wrote this. He didn't write the original Bardock special.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, okay. I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, actually, fun fact: Toriyama, out of all of the movies and stuff, he said in an interview, out of all the movies and specials, he liked the Bardock one the best because he said it was something he doesn't think he could have ever came up with.
Really?
Yeah.
In terms of all the story beats and the plot and things like that?
Yeah, just characterization, I guess some of the lore with the Saiyans.
Mm. That's interesting, because he did keep some elements of it, Bardock was in the upper atmosphere. What? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you cut out for a second for me.
Oh, okay. Anyway, but I was saying that Toriyama did keep some of the elements from the Bardock special, how Bardock was trying to fight off Frieza's men and get to him before the planet was destroyed.
but he didn't have his red bandana that was only red because he soaked it in the blood of his allies. Of his allies that did Torian's murder. And that was the best part.
Yeah, that didn't happen in this one. And it would have been cool if it had, but
And another thing
Um,
that made Bardock a lot cooler than he probably would have been is that he tries to warn the Saiyans and no one fucking believes him. So he just goes to try to beat this fucking megalomaniac fucking tyrant on his own.
and, and he's doing pretty well, actually. I remember that
Yeah, he
part.
punches the shit out of all of the Frieza force, and then he fights Frieza and just fucking dies. But that's
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, he got farther than anybody else would have. So.
Yeah.
Wasn't there another special where he got warped to the future or something?
Fuck that. Shut up.
Okay.
That was actually,
right.
believe it or not, that was based off of like a fan comment, or not even. I think it was like one of Toriyama's friends made that.
Oh, well, that would explain it, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But anyway, we're getting a little off track. Bring it back to Broly.
Okay, alright. Just something in general, though. The animation, I love it. I fucking love the animation. When it's 2D, I love the animation. When they were doing like the kind of 3D,
yes.
2D hybrid thing, I didn't love it.
It looked like the 3D animation. At first I was like, wow, it's like I'm watching Fighter Z. And then after a while I was just like, no, it's like I'm watching Tenkaichi.
Yeah.
Like it's that bad.
Yeah.
Granted, it's not as bad as the Resurrection F CG.
Yeah, no, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't as fluid as it would have been if they just stuck with 2D.
Yeah, it takes you out of it still. That's the problem.
Yeah, it wasn't like the transition wasn't great, but we are skipping ahead.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about how they changed Broly's kind of backstory?
Okay, so Broly's backstory is one of the few things that I enjoy they changed.
Mm-hmm.
It was for two reasons. One, they gave him some actual character.
Right.
And two, it made it so that Goku didn't win by bullshit punching him in where he was stabbed when he was a baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole grudge he had against Goku in general and his, like, psyche was dumb.
Yeah. Oh, okay, actually, to bring it back just a little bit more, what did you think about Kid Frieza?
Kid Frieza.
Like little fucking tiny-ass Frieza.
I didn't see it coming.
Like, did it bother you seeing it? Was it weird?
It was. It fucking... Because it was basically Frieza exactly as he is, only shorter.
Yes.
And only like 5 years passed then.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not saying this is like a point against the movie. It was just weird to see. I'm not.
It was a little.
That's not bringing my score for the movie down like a point.
Mm-hmm. It was just. It was odd. I will agree with you.
Yeah.
It was a little odd.
Although I did like that they did like show that Frieza always has been a fucking psychopath. When he was introduced there.
Yeah.
Which, you know, that's funny because now he just cares about growing 5 centimeters.
Yeah. I love that. I absolutely love that. How stupid it is. But, like, it knows. It was, like, aware of how stupid it is.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why they did the thing with Bulma beforehand. Yeah. The 5 years thing with Bulma.
and the justification was exactly the same.
Yes, if I made it 10, everyone would notice.
I love that. That's something that both my sister and I we like the comedy in this movie.
Yeah,
quite a bit. Like everybody laughed when Vegeta called Goku a dumbass because we were all thinking it.
Well, that's what everyone thinks.
Yeah, so that was nice. But
yeah. So Paragus going after Broly. Like before we get to the planet, I just want to say, Paragus literally just, okay. So for anyone who hasn't seen it, King Vegeta sends Broly away to a desolate planet to quote unquote conquer it, even though he's basically just stranded there and is gonna die because there's literally nothing there except killer animals. And it's just like it's always like a giant storm there. Like every night there's just a giant storm that you basically can't even walk through really. and you can only really walk around during the day when all the monsters can see you.
And there are a lot of monsters.
Yeah. So Paragus, he goes to save his son Broly, and when he does this, he hijacks a Saiyan spaceship, but he doesn't kick the guy who's already on it off. So he literally just kidnaps this guy and strands him on a fucking alien planet with no hope of getting saved. And then, in order to save on their rations, he just murders the guy.
Yeah, he's kind of a prick.
Like, why did you kidnap this man?
I was like, that's true, because he's a liability. Like, you don't know if you can trust him.
I know. Well, Paragus even says that. He leaves him on the ship. Or no, he takes him to look for Broly. He takes the guy with him to look for Broly. And he says, I can't even fight. Why can't you just let me stay here? You can't trust a Saiyan. Like 2 Saiyans later, he fucking murders the guy.
So, narrative symmetry?
Yeah.
Although you could have avoided this entirely, you just kicked him off the ship before you left. I mean,
Yeah.
there was no reason not to. You can find the ship. He didn't know where you were going. It's crazy. So,
Yeah.
but I did notice how he just flew out through the window of the throne room, and that's gonna get you executed right there.
Yeah. I'm surprised King Vegeta didn't just go after him personally for that.
Yeah, no, he's probably faster.
Well, yeah, he's King Vegeta.
Yeah, so, but yeah, that was odd.
Yeah.
But whatever, they're on this planet now, and they were just living there for.
Yeah, Paragus uses Broly to because now he knows Broly's a fucking he doesn't think he's a monster, but he basically is a monster. And Broly could just kill everything on that planet, and the animals on that planet have a lot of liquid in them or something, and that's how they've been getting all of their liquids. Because later on, Broly he drinks water for the first time, and he fucking just gulps it all down.
It's like, what the fuck is this?
Which, how the fuck is there life on a planet with no water?
I mean, okay, because the spider things, which is where they were getting most of their nutrition, they had these tongue tentacle things.
Yeah, I know. They sucked. They were parasites, and they sucked the life out of the big giant monsters. But
right, but without, I guess there was no water by itself, but there was always water as part of something.
Okay,
else.
but that's not how anything works.
And there aren't giant spiders running around. Okay, you gotta.
You also can't have a species that lives whose specific way of living is to suck the blood out of a species that will literally murder you while you're sucking the blood out of it.
Yeah, I know.
One of them would go extinct before the other.
That's true, because they were acting like mosquitoes to these giant furry things that lived in holes, and then they would come out of the hole and eat the spiders that were sucking their blood. It's like, give it back. Or
Dick.
So
yeah.
And these spider things aren't that fast either, so I don't know how these fur things just don't eat them all before.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was a really weird symbiotic relationship. But speaking of that, they actually used this because they actually gave Broly character.
Oh yeah, yeah. He had one of those big furry things. It was his friend, his first friend, that his dad shot the ear off of, and then his friend hated him.
But then Broly turned the ear into a pelt thing that he wears.
Yeah, which I'm glad that they actually gave some kind of reason for why he has the fur around his waist. Because it looked really weird in the fucking original Broly.
Mm-hmm.
But now it has some sentimentality, so I don't mind it as much.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Like, I didn't even notice that he had a pelts in the original.
Yeah, he's got like a little. It's not green, I don't think. It's been a while since I saw it.
No, I don't think it's green either. I remember it from the abridged series.
Yeah.
Because that was my latest experience with that movie.
Oh, well, that's fine. Don't watch it otherwise.
Yeah, no, I know, I'm aware.
especially if you. Although one thing that Funimation did that I actually really like, they re-released all the Dragon Ball Z movies on DVDs, and you can mix and match the dubs and subs with the different music. So you can watch the dub with the original Japanese soundtrack, so you're not listening to fucking Screamo the entire time.
No, that's great. Like,
yeah.
It's great that they would do that. Because I don't know what it was about them and thinking that they had to turn the edge up to 11 anytime they did the dub, like the theme song of Dragon Ball Z, all the music,
Yeah, but wait, have you watched the original Broly?
No, I haven't.
Okay, because like it's they just license music, and I forget what bands they use, but it's straight up just screamo music, and it just doesn't fit. Like, there's actually a lot of comedy in the original Broly. Like, there's a scene where fucking Roshi, he's drunk. So he looks at Broly and just says, "Broccoli, your time is up." And there's just Screamo playing in the background.
Yeah, that doesn't really match well, does it?
Yeah.
Okay,
But back to Super.
So where were we? So they were stranded on this planet, basically. And that's where the scene is set. So and then it goes to the present day.
Yeah, they're there for, I think, 41 years. Exactly. I'm pretty sure it says 41 exactly.
Did it say how long?
Yeah, it was at the bottom of the screen. I know that.
Okay, because I think they had title cards at both the bottom and top of the screen. I couldn't pay attention to both at the same time. So I just saw the
Well,
present
we all
day
know
where I'm
you
like,
can't read.
Right, exactly.
Surprised you found the right auditorium.
I didn't actually think it was the right auditorium because there were signs that there were electronic screens that say what movie was in the theater at that time, and like Fantastic Beasts was still playing.
That's weird.
Before, so we went in because it was like the credits. I'm like, man, I hope it's the right theater. And then we went out and checked and it changed, so we stayed.
Okay.
But yeah, it's funny you say that because we weren't sure.
But 41 years later, Broly and his dad get discovered. I would say the Frieza stuff, but that and the stuff Goku's doing, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really. I don't even. Why would they were going to find the
Frieza was getting the Dragon Balls. He sent some of his men to go collect the Dragon Balls. Goku finds out, and they go to get the last one.
Because they already knew where it was, and then
yeah.
And then they're basically intercepted by Frieza because Broly and Paragus were found by two new characters in this film: a green lady and a brown man.
Yeah, it was the girl is
orange.
The girl is Chile, and the guy was fuck. I don't remember his. I think it was Limon.
Okay.
He's a lime.
I don't remember. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That sounds kind of.
But okay. So, what do you think about Chile?
I like her as a character.
What do you think about the specific cinematography they used with Chile?
We saw a lot of her butt. I noticed that.
Yes. And there were also a lot of like close-ups where it would always cut off at her bust.
Yeah. Yeah, I did notice that. And I'm like, is this on purpose?
I think it was, because I'm not the only one who noticed it.
Okay,
Also,
yeah.
There were guys behind us, me and my friends in the theater, and they just went, "Oh, her name's Chile." I was just like, "Oh, well, they're gonna go on Rule 34 tonight, I guess."
Yeah, so I could search her. Like, I didn't even. Oh my god. So, yeah, okay. I did notice that. I liked her character, you know, it would have been nice. And then there was a point where she, like, just stretched out her, like, chest armor and then slapped it back on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Now, as far as anime goes, it's not that bad.
No, it's not.
Stretch, but I did notice it. My sister didn't say anything though, so it couldn't have been that terrible. She notices things like that too.
I thought she was kind of bland, but I'm assuming that the anime adaptation will give her a little more
depth.
Yeah.
Yeah, she seemed like
they'll give her character more depth and not her boobs more depth.
Right. Right. Yes. Her character, please. But yeah, I can see why you would say she's a little bland. She didn't have many like discernible traits to her, I guess, that we haven't really seen in Bulma, only better. But I think there's a solid foundation there. It'll be interesting to see where they go with that in the anime.
Yeah.
The other guy was just kind of a typical.
Oh, I love that guy. He was such a like he wasn't like an asshole. He wasn't condescending. He was just he's just a cool dude.
I like him too. I didn't say it was a bad thing in terms of. I'm just saying like this archetype who's like this guy who's seen so much that nothing really surprises him anymore type thing. He's just going with the flow. I liked him a lot actually, just because of that aspect, and he kind of just seemed to be along for the ride type of thing, not rocking the boat. Because they could have done like something where he's like all crotchety and grouchy.
Oh,
and I don't think that would have served the story at all. So I'm glad they went this direction with him.
Yeah, I wish we could have seen more of his ass.
Oh yeah, got equal opportunity fan service.
But anyway, so yeah, they basically did a retelling of Broly's backstory and Bardock's backstory, and then the rest of the movie after that is fighting.
Yeah,
the whole second half of the movie is just fighting. There's no story.
Yeah, there's a plot point where so Broly's wearing like a neck.
Oh yeah, he's got a shock collar on him that Paragus uses whenever Broly goes out of control.
Okay, where the fuck did he get that? Did he just fashion that as spare parts from his ship?
Not supposed to think about it.
And he had to change the size of it too, because I'm assuming Broly's neck got bigger in the 41 years that they were there.
He also had to find a way to smelt it, because it perfectly fits around his neck.
Yeah, it was.
And it's not like it's small; it's pretty fucking big.
Yeah, it's not subtle. It's so yeah. I also, you know, if it was that important that I had access to this shock collar thing, I would have had it like on my wrist or something.
Yeah,
like not in
or
a
like
pouch
a lanyard at least.
Yeah, not like where it could fall off or get pickpocketed.
Like it was, because Chile takes it and steps on it. Not thinking that maybe Paragus did it for a reason. Which, later on, you find out that he did, because Broly goes from being weaker than a Super Saiyan to being as strong or stronger than a Super Saiyan Blue.
And it didn't take long either.
Yeah, he does it literally like in the span of like half an hour.
Yeah, no. Although, time in this during this exchange is a little warped, and we'll get back to why. But yeah, so basically when Paragus and Broly are brought to Frieza, he's like, I wonder how he'll do against Goku and Vegeta. So he makes a beeline to Earth.
No. He tells him that Frieza tells them that they can have Vegeta, but under no circumstances are they to kill Goku.
Right. But I think it was a lot of curiosity. At least that's how he justified it in my mind, just to see if he could take them.
Yeah. But, so yeah, they get there and Broly starts his fighting with Vegeta. And Vegeta, he goes to Super Saiyan 1. Or was it 2? I can't remember.
There was no visible distinction to disseminate between 1 and 2 because I didn't see the bioelectric.
Okay, well, okay then. So yeah, he goes.
So we'll just assume it's 1.
So Vegeta starts in base form, and then he starts having trouble, so he goes to Super Saiyan 1. And then Broly, like, he starts getting his shit kicked, and then he gets mad, and so he gets stronger, because that's how anime works.
Basically.
And so Vegeta goes Super Saiyan Red, and is this his first time going red?
On screen, yes.
Oh,
Because
okay,
he didn't
then.
do it during the Tournament of Power.
Okay, I stopped Super during, like, halfway through Goku Black, because I just couldn't take it anymore.
I guess it's fair enough. But yeah, this is the first time we've seen him go red.
Okay. So
I
yeah.
didn't even know he could do it, but apparently he can, so.
Yeah. Okay. So like, I thought red was stronger than blue for a while, and I guess not.
It's faster and more. It conserves energy better, I think. But it's not stronger.
Well, that never seems to ever matter. So.
Well, yeah, no, it doesn't.
So yeah, he goes red. He beats up Broly. Broly gets madder, and so he starts beating up Vegeta. Vegeta starts having a little trouble, and then Goku comes up. He's like, "Hey, Broly, it's my turn." And then base form Goku just is on the same level as fucking Broly, who can fight red Vegeta.
Okay. Now, it's weird because Vegeta straight up, as in his red form, punched Broly in the face, and Broly didn't budge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then base Goku punches at Broly's fist, and their fists collide, but it cancels it out. So I see what you're talking about there, because like that should not be.
Also Goku goes Super Saiyan 1, and he's on the same level still. Like,
now,
for a little bit, and then he gets beat up.
Yeah, now, to be fair, in base, Goku didn't actually get a solid hit on Broly at all, and he was kind of getting wrecked a little bit.
Okay, but Broly was also faster than Red Vegeta.
Yeah, it's weird. The power scaling here is weird, because if Broly was taking on Red Vegeta, there's no way base Goku should have been having anything but a terrible, terrible time.
Yeah.
Which he does end up having later, but...
Yeah, then Goku goes blue. Or no, he goes red. He goes red.
Yeah.
And then Broly gets mad.
Yeah, because, okay, Goku goes red, and then he, like, restrains Broly with his ki and gives him a pep talk.
Oh, yeah, he starts calming him down, and then Broly gets... He's at that point where he can't control himself at all because he doesn't know how to control his power. And then Paragus tries to find his shock thing. He's just like, oh fuck, someone took it. Maybe I should have fucking locked this.
Basically. But then Broly breaks out of Goku's hold and then just starts absolutely destroying... Like, it was like 3 minutes of just Goku screaming in absolute agony, and it made me really uncomfortable.
There's a lot of screaming in this movie. More so than the original Broly.
If you could believe that.
Which is funny, because only half of this movie is fighting.
Yeah, because, basically every time Broly was in a shot, they gave him another opportunity to scream.
Yeah.
And, just that scene, man, like, because Broly was holding Goku by the leg and just slamming him against the ground.
Yeah, he just kept picking him up and slamming him up and down all around.
And I'm not sure why it was doing that much damage, seeing as Goku has, like, slammed through mountains before after being hit. And this is just a...
Because it looks cool.
Yeah, but... I didn't like it. I didn't like seeing Goku get hurt that badly.
There was also the point where he grabs Goku's head and starts, like, grinding his face on the ice.
Yeah, and I can only
which every time I see that, I think of Resident Evil 5, because in one of the DLCs that happens, Like Wesker picks up Chris, and then like there's just really long like dining table. He slams him down, like he starts sliding him on it, and like if you look behind, if you look like where he already slid, like the table's all like scratched up and shit, and like like it's all like caved in a little bit.
Oh my
And
God.
then he just throws him off the table.
So it's basically the same thing.
Yes. But
only instead of a table, it's a fucking glacier.
Yes. Which means it stings more because it's cold.
Right. Although Goku just threw away his coat before he started fighting.
I wish we had that coat. That looked so nice.
Yeah, it did. Their coats were lit, man. But anyway, so then Goku's like just lying on the ground, going, "Oh, what the fuck just happened?"
And then Piccolo starts talking to him via telepathy. His Piccolo magic.
Yep, because he was listening apparently.
Which, you know, I really wished that Team 4-Star was going to do Super, because I really want to know what that conversation would have been.
Wait, they're not doing Super?
I'm pretty sure they said they're just going to finish Z. Because they do dubs now, like real dubs.
Right, so, like, I mean, I would understand if they didn't do Super, but...
And they really still got all of Boo and, like, all the other movies still.
Yeah, no, they definitely have their work cut out for them, and it's not getting any, it's not getting any less.
Yeah, and, like, every new next episode, like, they set the bar higher for themselves in terms of, like, visual stuff they do. Right.
So, yeah, I could see, and especially if they keep having trouble with, like, Toei and whatnot.
Yeah.
It might not even be worth it. But hey, we're getting all of Z, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
At the very least. Okay, so then Goku goes blue finally. like, I don't know about you, but I would be a lot more, I guess, trigger happy with my transformations.
So I think the reason Goku didn't go blue, like, this is because these are the first Saiyans that he's seen from his universe in for fucking ever. So he's really fucking curious about what Broly can do.
Okay, so he wants to ramp it up slowly to see where his limit is, I guess.
Yeah, and you gotta also remember, Goku always wants to find a new sparring partner.
This is true.
Which, yeah, spoiler, that's actually how the movie ends.
Yeah. So yeah, now you know that Broly doesn't die, but...
Yeah, well, I didn't think that he'd die because, just because they put Chile in, I felt it was obvious that I felt the ending where they took the Dragon Balls and wished Broly away so he would calm down on the other planet was very obvious.
Yeah, no, like, I knew they were going to do something. And the fact that they humanized and made us sympathize with Broly made it seem like, oh, okay, well, he's not just some berserk. Well, he's berserk, but he's not, like, just some evil megalomaniac.
He's like more than that.
He has a personality. But yeah, so Goku goes blue and they fight some more, and Goku's not winning. And then Vegeta's like, fuck this, I'm gonna fight too. And then they fight some more and they're still not winning.
and so at that point, Goku's like, okay, we can't win. So here's what we're gonna do. And then Goku and Vegeta fly together. They head straight towards fucking Frieza, while with Broly following behind them, completely berserk. And then he grabs Vegeta and instant transmissions to Piccolo.
Oh, yes, and I missed something. Frieza's an idiot and a genius, because they were fighting Broly, right? And Paragus is like, I don't think he gets stronger than this.
Oh,
and
yeah!
like,
Frieza flashes back to Namek when Goku turns Super Saiyan. And what triggered that, of course, was Frieza killing Krillin. And so Frieza's just like, I know what to do. And then he just murders Paragus right there. And then he calls Broly. He's just like, Broly, look! Poor Paragus was killed by a stray
energy beam! And then Broly goes Super Saiyan.
He goes green. But it's not like exactly the same though as the original movie. Like, he's green, but he's not as green. But they do one thing that they did in the original movie, like, wherever, like, once he's transforming, the color around him is like a sphere of, like, negative colors, and, like, it changes a few times before he finishes transforming.
Yeah, they did do that.
Which, I'm glad they did that. It was actually one of the cool things that they did in that movie.
Yeah, it is. It is. It really is like one of the cool things about his transformation. Something else I noticed, actually, when Goku and Vegeta were transforming, when Vegeta was transforming into Super Saiyan 1, his hair turned green for a second.
I know. That was really fucking weird.
And then when Goku was going blue, he had a green aura for a second.
Maybe they're the legendary Super Saiyans.
Yeah, so it's weird. It's really weird, but whatever. They did. I think they did the Broly transformation pretty well.
Yeah.
In terms of animation. But yeah, and then Goku and Vegeta teleport to Piccolo, and they're like, "What the fuck are we gonna do?" And then it's like, "We should fuse." And then Vegeta's like, "No."
Yeah, well, okay. So I know that like what they do is actually funny. Like, Vegeta, like, just like, "I'm not fucking dancing, you fucking idiot." But at the same time, the next, like, 5 minutes is literally just, like, what they did in Fusion Reborn.
Yeah, and to be fair, Fusion Reborn isn't canon, and I guess this is now. At least the anime adaptation will be.
I know, but I don't like reusing jokes.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. The thing I noticed the most about that, so they failed the fusion.
Yeah, and then he turned. They're off. Their fingers don't align properly, and then they turn into fat Gogeta.
And then they're misaligned in terms of how far they're leaning over.
Yeah.
And they turn into super skinny Gogeta.
Turn into, like, old anorexic Gogeta.
And each time they have to wait 30 minutes before they can try again. And meanwhile...
Golden Frieza is just getting the shit kicked out of him by Broly the entire time.
Which, if anything, is just a testament to how strong Golden Frieza must be. Because he was getting wrecked by Broly for a full hour, and he survived.
Yeah, he's as strong now as his golden form is ugly.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. But they finally get it right, obviously, because there's a trailer where they showed that Gogeta was gonna fight Broly.
Okay, let's talk about that real quick. So, because they gave us that trailer, I didn't think Gogeta would be how they beat him.
Right.
I was wrong. That's exactly how they beat him.
Like, what else? I feel like the only other thing they could have done was have Goku go Ultra Instinct. But no, they didn't do that. It's interesting, too, because, like, do you know how Goku can use the Kaioken on top of Blue now?
Well, I thought that was the thing he did, and they told him never to do it again.
Well, no, because he did it against Topo in, like, a preliminary match thing against him. No, he did it against Hit, actually.
Yeah, he did it against Hit. I saw, yeah.
But then he did it routinely during the Tournament of Power.
Oh.
Like, he did it when fighting Kefla, and he did it when fighting,
Okay, well, that just makes me angry. Because there's no way he should be able to do that. That's so much strain on his body.
Well, I think it has something to do with the fact that, so you know how you can't sense when you're in Super Saiyan Blue? It's because their ki control is, like, so advanced to get that form that it has more control over it, which is why he can use the Kaioken as a Super Saiyan Blue, but not as a Super Saiyan. So that's the explanation that they gave. It's still...
Oh, they actually, like, said that?
I think so?
Well, even if they did, that's still pretty stupid.
Yeah, and, you know, he was saying when he first did it, he's like, if I had gotten any of this wrong, I would have fucking exploded.
Yeah.
So, it's a little contrived that he could just do it on the first try with barely any repercussions. and then just do it routinely again, but he can, so I'm not sure why he didn't do it. And then also in the Tournament of Power, Vegeta got like an advanced Super Saiyan Blue form that was as strong as Kaioken Blue.
Okay.
It was like called Limit Breaker Super Saiyan Blue or something. I don't know if that's the
I
official
really
name,
wish
but
they would
that's what
stop
people call
making
it.
shit up and just have them win because
Yeah.
they outsmart their opponent.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice for them to do once in a while. But it was weird because neither one of them used either one of those forms
Yeah.
when fighting Broly, and I don't understand why. Because the Tournament of Power absolutely happened.
They mention it.
Yeah, so I don't know what that was, but whatever. I guess we got Gogeta, which is fine. A little.
So Gogeta shows up, and he beats up Broly to the point where he's like literally about to kill Broly, and then Chile makes the wish on the Dragon Balls to send Broly away, and then Broly immediately calms down. Like the second he's teleported away, he calms down.
Well, there's nobody to kill, then my work here's done.
He can kill Boz, his pet.
I guess. He's either the finest or one with one ear. But something weird happened when Gogeta was fighting Broly, though. Like, were the punches so strong that they crossed the dimensional plane?
They broke the fabric of time and space because they're so strong.
Yeah, and then it was like a kaleidoscope in the background.
No, but that's literally. I feel like that's literally like how what was written in the script.
Yeah, like it had to have been because reality literally shattered.
I'm gonna be honest. That was too stupid for me.
No, I didn't really like it because I had this giant stupid fucking grin on my face when Gogeta was fighting Broly, and then that happened, and my grin just went down gradually. Because I just didn't understand what the fuck was going on. It
was just weird fucking kaleidoscope land with bad CGI.
And unnecessary. And like, how did that look to everybody else who was around?
Honestly,
like
I feel like they just did it because it was easier to animate. Because the whole area is just CGI. They just have to move some particles around. Instead of actually animating a background.
That's probably why.
Okay. What did you think about the Gogeta versus Broly song?
When it was just like, "Oh, Gogeta!"
Yes. where it just sounded like Wario was just chanting Gogeta
right.
and Broly.
You're right. Well, it wasn't as bad as Screamo.
This is true.
That's for damn certain. I think I would have preferred actual music.
Yes.
Probably. But I didn't hate it.
I would have... Like, I know that they've been remixing it way too much, but I would have rather just had Shala in it.
Yeah, because I liked that rendition of the song that they did in the beginning. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
So if they just played it again.
Instead we have go, Gogeta. Wah.
So, yeah.
It sounded like someone was just playing Smash while I was watching a movie.
Like, I wanna listen. Like, is that what you sent me earlier?
Yeah, I sent it in the chat before you went to see the movie.
In the group chat, yeah. So, yeah, no, I'm gonna listen to it with headphones later. Just to dissect the dulcet tones.
I think it was made by Blizzard though.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah. I'll click it. It should just say in the title.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Oh, damn it. But it's way different from the credits song, which I know is made by Blizzard.
Yeah.
I
would have also rather heard that song.
Yeah, no, I mean so.
But yeah, so yeah, they fight. They go to this weird kaleidoscope place, and then Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta just starts beating the shit out of him. Chile wishes him away, and then Chile and old guy have to. I wish I could remember his name. They're fugitives of the Frieza Force now, and so they go to like live with Broly, where there's fucking like no decent food. They have to eat raw spider animals for the rest of their life. Oh, actually, I skipped over one bit that made everyone in the movie theater laugh. Unintentionally.
Oh.
Okay, so Goku lets Frieza go because he's a fucking moron. It wasn't even Goku; it was Gogeta, which I feel is something that would not happen. I feel like Vegeta would have shined through there and killed him. But whatever. They let him go, and then like the very next scene is just Frieza leading the Frieza Force, literally like murdering a planet.
Yeah, no, like I noticed that, and I'm like, you're not gonna do something about that, because those people are probably all gonna die now.
It's okay though, because it's not Earth.
Okay, all right. Also, something I also found interesting about Goku shining more than Vegeta. So the finishing move that Gogeta was gonna use on Broly before he was whisked away was just a straight up Kamehameha.
Yeah, that was really annoying. Okay, do you remember what they do in Fusion Reborn? How they finish Janemba?
Wasn't it like the sparkly thing?
It's the attack is Big Bang Kamehameha. They combine the Big Bang and the Kamehameha, and it's fucking cool. They don't do that in this movie. 0 out of fucking 10.
Didn't they do something similar though, where he makes like a rainbow sparkly orb and throws it at Broly? It doesn't finish him, but I think that was like derivative of some attack from Fusion Reborn.
It might have been. I don't remember.
Yeah, because I thought it looked familiar.
But they didn't say Big Bang Kamehameha, so it doesn't count.
Right.
You have to say your attack names. That's how it works.
Obviously. Yeah, I know the rules.
Special beam cannon. What makes it so special? It swirls.
But yeah, it kind of bothered me that they didn't do a hybrid finisher move. They just did a straight up Kamehameha.
Yeah.
I guess
hopefully they fix that in the anime adaptation.
Yeah, hopefully.
Then again, I'm probably not going to watch the anime adaptation because I skipped over the Battle of Gods adaptation, mostly because Battle of Gods is like one of like, it's surprisingly like amazing, like not even just like by Dragon Ball Z standards, like it's just a good movie in general.
Right.
So the anime adaptation is so much slower. The fights obviously aren't anywhere nearly as well animated.
Right.
I don't think they use the fucking song Hero in the anime.
No. Yeah, no, like, I think I'll watch it out of just stark curiosity for what they change and what they don't. Because the anime is like kind of the end-all be-all for the canon of the universe, right?
Yeah, but there's not a lot of differences. The main difference from Resurrection F is they brought Captain Ginyu back for like two episodes.
And then he died again. Oh well. But yeah, I'll probably be curious, but I don't know if I'll actively watch it. I'll probably just watch like clips of it on YouTube or something.
Yeah, for Broly, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so they wish him away, and then Chile and the other guy run away, and Goku finds them.
Yeah, he instant transmissions to them because instant transmission only goes as far as the plot wants it to.
Basically. But then he gives them like a house.
Yeah, he gives them Capsule Corp stuff. He gives them 3 capsules, so I'm assuming the other 2 are just a shitload more food.
Yeah, like, is he gonna make like supply runs or something though?
I mean, he literally just has to put his fucking fingers on his forehead.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be hard, and probably in exchange he's gonna want Broly to fight him.
Yeah. Okay. I just remembered something. Like, way back at the beginning. But Goku's backstory now makes him so much more like Superman.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly
It's
Superman.
exactly the fucking same.
Like, no differences now.
Goodbye, Kal-El.
I mean, Kakarot.
Oh, okay, speaking of Kakarot, the ending line of the movie, Goku, Broly calls Goku Goku, and then as Goku's leaving, he turns and says, "By the way, Broly, call me Kakarot." And first off, I know that it's supposed to be a reference to the original because Kakarot.
Right.
But why would Goku ever do that? He's never wanted anyone to call him that, ever.
Yeah, that is weird, because he doesn't have any, like, relationship ties, really, to his Saiyan heritage, or anything, or any sentimental ties.
Which is actually a lot more fucked up when you think about that in context of this movie. Because as he's leaving, his mom just straight up says, "Don't forget about us."
Right. And then, you know what, I'm chalking that up to the concussion that he had as a baby.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But yeah, but you're right, it doesn't really, because I kind of liked it as a like a final line type thing to tie everything together, but the more you think about it, the more you go, wait. Vegeta's literally the only one who calls him Kakarot, and everyone else who he loves in his life calls him Goku. Especially his grandfather who raised the fucker. So
Fucking Frieza calls him Goku.
Yeah! So, you're right, it doesn't make a ton of sense.
Also, okay. So the ending of Z is still canon, right?
I believe so, yeah.
How the fuck are we gonna get from where we are now to Goku going off with Oob?
Okay. Well, because we still have a lot more years to go, though, because Goten and Trunks are basically the same age they were at the end of the Buu Saga.
Yeah. And Pan
so
still has to grow up to be a
Right.
little kid.
Right, so we still have, like, what, at least a decade left?
I don't think it's that long.
Well, okay, how old are Goten and Trunks right now, do you think?
I don't fucking know.
I'm at, like, 8 to 10, I'd say.
Yeah, something like that.
Somewhere in there.
They're still like teenagers in GT.
Yeah, but we don't talk about GT.
Well, yeah, but they're even younger in Z at the end of Z, aren't they?
At the end of Z, they're like at least 16, I would say.
Okay.
I think they're at least 16. They're around there.
Yeah, at least 5 years.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. But yeah, there are gonna have to be some fucking changes, man.
Goku becomes so strong he breaks the fabric of time and space, and all of Super is erased. And then it goes to GT, the end.
No! Dude, Whis, help!
He can't help, he was erased too.
No! Speaking of Whis, there was actually a part where Broly engages Whis for a couple seconds. I wanted to see how that was gonna go. Because we don't know how strong Whis is, really.
He's supposed to be stronger than Beerus, right?
Right, yeah, he is. And he has mastered Ultra Instinct. So I would want to know how that would go between Broly and him. But unfortunately, we didn't get to see it because Gogeta came and ruined everything.
Yeah, well, I don't think Whis would have finished off Broly in general, because it's not supposed to be his job to meddle in mortal affairs, unless they do something like Goku Black.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't think Whis would have taken down Broly or anything. I just wanted to see more of Whis' capabilities, because I want to know how strong this fucker is.
It would have actually been funny if it pissed Broly off more and he got even stronger.
Probably.
Like, maybe he turns even more green.
His skin turns green. Now he's like Chile. Now they can get married.
Now they can have babies. Well, no. Brian, it's okay. Like, did you watch? Oh wait, it was they didn't bring it over, but fuck, what was his name? Vegeta's brother, his little
Tarble?
brother. Did you see that
Sorry.
special? Did you see that special?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, he's his wife is a thing.
Well,
Broly can marry whatever he wants.
I mean, when your entire species has been exterminated, I guess a thing will have to do.
That special sucked.
It wasn't that great. No, I didn't even think it was canon, honestly.
I don't think it is.
Well, clearly Tarble is canon now because they.
Oh wait, no,
him.
they mentioned Tarble, don't they?
Yeah, they mentioned
in
him
Battle of Gods, don't they?
In Battle of Gods?
I think they do, because they say like they needed like 5 pure Saiyans, and I'm pretty sure Bulma says, "What about your brother? I don't fucking know where he is."
Okay, so I guess he was mentioned in that. I haven't watched the movie all the way through, but yeah.
You haven't watched Battle of Gods?
I need to, because like
Yeah, you do. It's literally like the best.
I've seen bits and pieces of it. Like I watched when Beerus took out Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I watched when Vegeta got "That's my Bulma." That was great. And I watched the entire fight between Goku and Beerus.
Oh, that's the best part.
Okay, so I've seen that. I just haven't seen like all the in between stuff.
Did you watch the Super adaptation of it?
I watched bits and pieces of that too.
Okay, well, then you didn't thankfully get the whole thing spoiled for you.
Yeah, basically. Like,
did you see Vegeta dance?
I did. And I see it in my nightmares now.
Oh, okay. What did you think about Frieza's smiling in this movie?
Just in general?
He does it a lot, and it's not like an evil smile. It's like a genuine smile, and it's off-putting.
No, it is. It is off-putting. Like it makes me feel like, what are you planning, motherfucker? I know you're not actually happy. What the fuck is going on? Because you don't trust him. Because you shouldn't. Here's a question. You know that one of his advisors, the lady one?
Berry Blue.
Yeah,
It took me all day to come up with that name.
Was she always there?
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because I don't remember her at all either.
Yeah.
And she also gets away with a lot of fucking shit.
Yeah.
How is she not dead?
Does Frieza respect her? Because you're right. She basically insulted Frieza's height to its face.
Yeah, she just straight up says, "Oh, it's because Frieza's short. That's what his wish is. He wants to be taller."
And she was fucking right.
Yeah, and then Frieza just goes along with what she says. He doesn't even get mad.
So yeah, I'm just confused. I still wouldn't risk it, obviously, if I were, but I would know that there are things I would be able to get away with if I was in a certain position.
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah, they just appeared, and I know for a fact they weren't Namek in any capacity. And
yeah, they weren't in Resurrection F. That was the weird nose guy.
Right, but they were there when Vegeta was destroyed, the planet, and they're there now. So were they on vacation? I don't know.
They were just chilling with King Cold.
I guess. Wait, King Cold's dead.
Well, no, he wasn't there when Vegeta was being destroyed.
No, they were there when Vegeta was getting.
I mean, no, he wasn't dead when Vegeta was being destroyed.
Right.
So they went to hang out with him after.
Okay, yeah, and that's why they weren't at Namek. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
But then where were
also,
they?
one thing I wanna mention. Apparently, Toriyama has said that Cooler is actually like he exists, and the reason he's never around is because King Cold and Frieza just don't like him.
So is he gonna show up?
I don't know. I mean, maybe. Considering all Toriyama knows how to do now is prey off of people's nostalgia, I'm assuming eventually.
I mean, I guess that would be what their next movie is.
Yeah.
Because if he's just around and none of the movies are canon, then they can, and people love some Cooler, so...
Cooler is cooler.
Yeah. Here's a question. Is Cooler stronger than Frieza? Was he supposed to be?
Yeah, he was supposed to be. I don't know if they would make him golden Cooler now.
Silver Cooler.
Oh my god, that'd be so much fucking nicer looking. Well, no, he was silver and cooler too.
Yeah, but he was entirely silver.
I know.
I think there should be some other color representation in there. Just a tad.
They should just make him like purple gemstones.
You know what?
Because that would look a lot nicer.
It might actually. Okay, so final thoughts, final consensus.
Okay, well, actually, no. I want to. We talked about it a little bit, but the animation in general.
Okay, when it was 2D, absolutely loved it. It was fluid as fuck. Even when they were just standing around, I was like, this looks so good. Now, I don't know if my eye for animation is as developed as yours, because I cannot draw, and you can. However, I really did like the 2D animation. However, when it went to 3D, it was a little too stilted, and it kind of took me out. I didn't love looking at it.
Yeah, the 3D's. Ugh. It's not as bad as Resurrection F, but it's still not good. Which is just anime CG in general.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep.
Because it's cheaper and takes less time.
Oh really?
And they have a bit. Yeah, you just make 3D models and then animate them around, so you don't have to keep drawing shit. Especially in scenes like when they're on the, where Broly's was dragging Goku across the glacier. They have to animate that fucking whole background.
See, I didn't know that. I thought CG was a special technique that they only break out sometimes when they want to make something look super cool. I didn't actually.
No, it's just cheaper and easier. It's cheaper and easier. That's why you never see. That's why the last 2D Disney movie was fucking Princess and the Frog.
Oh, that's so disappointing because I like 2D way more
than
3D.
It looks so much nicer. It just takes a lot more time and a lot more effort. And considering this is Japan, a lot more people are getting underpaid and forced to work extra hours.
Fuck. God damn it. Okay. Well, at the very least, they're not doing anything like making an entire 3D Dragon Ball movie, because that probably wouldn't go over.
Honestly, if the whole thing was 3D, it wouldn't be as distracting. I'd probably get used to it after a while. I would still rather have a 2D movie.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be awful, I guess, because you're right. If the whole thing was 3D, it wouldn't be so jarring when they do 3D fights.
Yeah.
Because that was probably
especially one of the things that they did. There was a point where they had 3D models with a 2D background.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just stop.
Just make it all 3D or all 2D. I don't care which. Just commit, damn it.
Yeah. But so what I thought about the animation. It was incredibly fluid. It was basically nice throughout the whole thing. There was one scene where they're semi far away from the camera and they have no faces and they barely move while they're talking. And there's there's one other scene where Goku's talking and his mouth just isn't moving at all for 3 seconds.
Okay.
But other than that, the animation is amazingly fluid. But I don't think there's any iconic looking shots in this movie. Nothing that's just, aside from the glacier thing and Broly slamming Goku around, There's nothing that really sticks out. Unlike the original Broly movie, where there's actually a lot of really cool scenes. Like, Broly tosses Gohan, like, while he's unconscious, and then Gohan's, clothes get stuck onto the top of the skyscraper in this destroyed city. It looks fucking awesome. And there's another scene where, Broly, like, he's not even flying. He's literally just running at Goku and Piccolo with his arms open, and he just grabs them with his arms and just starts running with them. Like, there's so much cool shit. And then there's the scene, the fucking edgiest shit, but it's also amazing, where Broly, he's talking to, like, this enslaved alien species that Paragus took to this other planet to work on, and they can see their planet from where they are. And Broly just looks at him, and is just like, "You guys look at your planet every day like there's hope you could go back," and then he just blows it up. Like, also another thing that, like, remember that, like, color effect I was telling you about, where, like, the color goes inward and turns negative and then goes back to normal?
Yeah.
Like, every energy blast Broly does that in that movie, in the first one.
See, it's interesting, because they did that a lot in Super, where the, you know how there's a girl version of Broly from another universe?
Yeah, that's where they got it from.
Yeah, and she did a lot of those types of energy blasts, too, so I'm not sure why they didn't do it in this movie.
Yeah, especially since this is supposed to be their universe's equivalent of her.
Right. Yeah, so...
But yeah, it's more fluidly animated than the original Broly movie, but there isn't, the choreography isn't as good. Yeah, set pieces, like, it's just kind of generic fighting.
Mm-hmm.
There's only a handful of things that you would think that really stick out.
Yeah, so I guess it's a style over substance type thing, because I do love the animation, but the fights are only really cool because of how fluid the animation is. They're not cool because of what's actually happening in the fights, like the types of moves that they're doing. Except there are a couple times when Vegeta first starts fighting Broly. Vegeta is, like, on the ground and he does this, like, spinny sweep kick thing.
Yeah, that was cool too.
I liked that, but I guess there isn't enough of that sort of thing. And there were also some things, like, where they were doing, like, nuances where Goku kind of threw Broly over his shoulder after Broly missed a punch. And that type of technical stuff I really liked. But there wasn't a ton of it, and most of it, especially toward the end, was just kind of punch again.
Yeah.
Now I'm screaming and I'm throwing a lot of energy blasts. Now he's screaming and throwing a lot of energy blasts at me, and I'm dodging and he's dodging, but it was just kind of...
You know what? That's another thing I'm gonna give the original Broly, because it's fucking dumb, like, super fucking dumb, and it's super edgy, but there's actually a lot of fucking jokes in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's not like this movie where they have to pull you away, like Frieza killing Paragus while they're fighting. Like, it's jokes that Goku's make in the original Broly. It's jokes Goku makes while he's fighting.
Right.
Like, Broly, like, he beats the shit out of Goku. Goku gets back up, and while Broly's charging at him, he says, "Why won't you stay down? Oh no, why won't you just give up?" And then Goku just, like, he looks super serious, and then he gets that dumb fucking smile on his face and just goes, "I guess no one ever really taught me how." After which, Broly just fucking punches Goku right in the fucking face.
Yeah.
I also think that just because that movie had more fighters in it, because this movie, it only has Goku, Vegeta, and Broly. And then I guess if you want to count Frieza, you can, but he doesn't do anything.
I mean, that was just a curb stop, so
Yeah.
not really.
But yeah, the original had Goku, Broly, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Gohan.
And Trunks.
Oh yeah, Trunks was there too. See, God.
And Krillin and Roshi were there. They weren't fighting, but they
Yeah.
were there.
Well, they were supposed to be. Oh, and Oolong was there too.
God damn it.
But yeah, I just think there's more things that stick out in that movie. But I also think that's also has to do with the fact that this movie is trying to tie in a lot of shit all at the same time. It's doing Bardock, it's doing the original Broly, and then it's doing all this new shit, introducing new characters.
Yeah, and they were like jumping around, and there were a lot of flashbacks, and it wasn't poor. Like that type of thing could bog down the pacing quite a bit, and I think they did an okay job.
I think it was okay as well, but it is a little telling when the first half of the movie is literally just exposition.
Yeah.
Delivered entertainingly, but it's still just exposition, and then the second half is literally just fighting and screaming.
Yeah, no, like, I mean, that's kind of par for the course.
Yeah.
For Dragon Ball. But I would have preferred, I guess, a more involved plot. Because let's go back to Battle of Gods for a second. Like, Beerus was developed as a threat, like, for quite a while before the actual fight happened.
Yeah, he first like the Kais are fucking terrified of him. And then Goku's just like, let me fight you. And then, Beerus just like, okay, fine. Goku goes Super Saiyan 3 and just loses with from a finger. He just gets flicked and he's basically unconscious.
So,
and then later on, and then when Beerus appears on Earth, Vegeta sees him, and Vegeta basically shits his pants. He's so scared, he's willing to humiliate himself just to calm down Beerus.
Yeah, and then we know everything that happens, but I think they did a much better job, and in its defense, like, that's pretty much the only thing they had to focus on in that movie, which in this one we already established that they were trying to do a lot more because they had to develop Broly basically fully before they could have this fight that we were all waiting for.
Well,
but
also though, for points for Battle of Gods, I think Beerus is just, even like with this new version of Broly, Beerus is just a more interesting character. At least he was until he was relegated to just sitting.
Yeah, I really hope they bring him back into the action. I mean...
Oh, that reminds me, Beerus was in this movie, folks. He
was.
For like, he's there for 2 scenes. He's there for the scene where they throw, what was their daughter's name again?
Bulla.
Yeah, they throw Bulla at him to babysit. And then it's the scene after the fight where Beerus smiles. He's just like, I guess they won. That's it. That's it. Didn't even need to be there. Someone got a paycheck.
Yeah, and I'm like, why is he even here if he's not going to do anything? Because they're like,
Brian, he wants to eat the people food.
But they're super...
Isn't it so funny?
Non-interventionist.
You laughed the first time it happened. Why aren't you laughing now?
Oh, for fuck's sake. You'd think Whis would have learned the recipe or some shit by now, so they don't have to keep leaving their house. Fuck. And you'd also think that, at least Vegeta would feel uneasy about Beerus being around so often. Because it doesn't take anything to set him off.
Yeah. Okay, actually, this doesn't have to do with the movie. Actually, I think they do. Maybe they brought it up. Do you think that Goku and Vegeta working together, not even fused, just working together, could beat Beerus?
Could beat him? At this point, I don't know, actually. Because at the level that they were at the end of the Tournament of Power. And note that they got a shit ton of Zenkai boosts from that entire segment as well. So they're like significantly stronger by the end of that than they were at the beginning. Not even counting Ultra Instinct. If Goku has Ultra Instinct, I think that he could take Beerus alone. But without it, I think that Kaioken Goku and Limit Breaker Vegeta could give Beerus a run for his money at the very least.
Okay.
But I'm not certain. I'm not making any certain claims here.
Well, if you think that, Broly's almost at the same level as Goku now. He can almost go at the same strength as Ultra Instinct. With a little bit of training, he would probably be at Goku's max level.
Right.
Do you think he could beat Broly?
Beerus?
I mean Beerus. No, do you think Broly could beat Beerus?
Actually, I think he could do it currently. And I think there was a line in the movie where he's like, you might even be stronger than Beerus. I think they said that, and I would not be surprised. Because I feel like Gogeta is close to Ultra Instinct Goku so much that I don't know why they didn't fuse during the Tournament of Power. Because Piccolo was there, he could have taught them the damn dance.
Yeah.
Although, actually, if they got it wrong once, though, wasn't the Tournament of Power only, 20 minutes, 30 minutes or something?
I didn't watch Tournament of Power. I told you I stopped in Goku Black.
Right, okay, but, there was a time limit, and I think it was less than what they would have needed had they gotten the fusion dance wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be a problem.
So, yeah. And then they would have been fucked. So, I guess that makes sense. But they didn't even mention it. So, Gogeta would have been very, very helpful. But I feel like Gogeta is at the same level as Ultra Instinct Goku, I would say. Again, there's no way to know for certain, because he would have to fight Jiren and then see how that goes. But I'm pretty sure Broly could beat Beerus now. I'm pretty sure he could. Unless Beerus is hiding something.
Beerus is a Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan Cats! Now, although in the manga...
He transforms back into regular Saiyan. He's that fucking dude Paragus murdered.
I waited all this time! That would be kind of great. Although, in the manga, Beerus does have a kind of incomplete Ultra Instinct type thing. I think because he had a sparring match with all the other gods of destruction at the same time, and he was winning.
Oh.
Yeah, so, but this was just in the manga. So if Beerus masters Ultra Instinct, then all bets are off. I have no idea what would go down.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, so basically, my answer is maybe. My answer is maybe.
Okay. Oh, another thing that I just thought of. If Vegeta found out, because he still doesn't know, if Vegeta found out that Beerus is the one who told Frieza to destroy Planet Vegeta, do you think that would send him over the edge enough to be able to take him on?
You know what? It might, because he slapped Bulma, and then he could press Beerus in just regular Super Saiyan form.
Yeah.
Like, if he was blue and he got that mad, like, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
I really wonder if they're going to make a plot point of that.
Maybe that'll be how the series ends. Vegeta does something. That's what the arc is called. Vegeta does something.
And it takes 20 episodes, but he does it. Oh man, I'm gonna write to Toei, pitch this shit. Toriyama's gonna eat it up.
Okay.
Oh
Okay, actually, fuck. I just remember the point I wanted to make back when we were talking about the animation.
Yeah.
So, another movie that I actually mentioned earlier in the podcast that I watched recently was the My Hero Academia movie.
Mm.
And I know you said the animation was fluid in this. Holy fucking shit! The final fight of that movie is fucking amazing. Like, okay, so the villain is basically Magneto,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets this device that amplifies his power like times 100,
Mm-hmm.
and they're on this island, this man-made island, and he basically can just control like the entire fucking thing, and he just makes like this giant fucking like mass surrounding him, and he's got like all these wires and shit that he can use to attack, and just just oh, and Deku gets this arm thing that stops him from breaking his arms. So Deku and All Might, the final battle, go use All for One 100% together.
Uh-oh. Holy shit.
And you know the song "You Say Run"?
Yeah.
That plays.
Oh my god, I love that song.
Like it's like like the slow like intro is just them like looking up at the villain, and like they're talking to each other, and then it kicks in just.
I worked
so-
out to that song, okay? That song's my
It's a fucking amazing song.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, and that's just like that one scene. Like all of the other scenes, they're not as as amazingly animated. And actually, early on in the film, there is actually some really bad animation.
Oh, well, they make up for it, obviously.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, Studio Bones is a much better studio than Toei.
Hey, shots fired.
I actually mean that though.
It's fine.
Never forget, like episode I think it was 3 of Dragon Ball Super.
Oh no! Why'd you remind me of that, man? It's funny because I've like looked at pictures of the worst shots.
someone made like a music video using like the first opening of Dragon Ball Super and just like taking shots of that. It's fucking hilarious. I wonder if I can still find it. But yeah, that's unless you have anything else to say, I've pretty much finished my piece on this movie.
Yeah, I really liked it. I'm gonna buy the shit out of it on DVD when it comes out. I'm really glad that I noticed, because I probably would have seen the My Hero Academia movie if I noticed when it came out.
Yeah. Oh, I literally only found out while it was in theaters, and I managed to somehow get tickets for it. Although, okay, here's a really sad story. So I pre-ordered the tickets online. I go to the theater. This is the last day that this movie's showing. I go to get my movie tickets from the desk, and I get them, and then the people behind us are like these really young teens with their dad, and they're in cosplay.
Oh no!
And they ask for 3 tickets. They didn't pre-order them. And they told them they couldn't.
Oh no!
It was so depressing.
Oh my god! Was this a theater where you have to reserve your seat? Or is it where you choose where to sit?
No, you just need to get a ticket.
Okay, but still, like, for a limited release type thing, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I'm so sorry. My heart goes out to them.
Yeah. I wonder if that movie's on DVD yet.
When
I
did
should
it come
buy
out?
that. Wait, what?
When did it come out?
It came out in, I don't know, like September.
Okay. So, it might be.
Let's see here, DVD. Let's just type in DVD. My Hero Academia 2 Heroes Blu-ray. No, it's not out yet.
Okay, well.
Oh, releases on DVD, Blu-ray, February 13th.
Oh, that's not too far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to watch
sucks.
it now.
it still sucks though. That oh my god, they were dressed up as crazy.
Yeah, that's sad. But yeah, anything else, Brian?
No, I enjoyed it probably more than you did, but I really liked it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'm glad I saw it, and I'm.
Okay. Just to put things into perspective, though, it was actually a really fun showing because of the audience. When Wario started chanting Gogeta, everyone started laughing.
I mean, it was kind of funny.
But like the whole fucking theater started laughing.
Well, it's funny. It's like you don't expect it. You expect
it's just that like you're just sitting there watching Dragon Ball Z. Someone sitting next to you playing Smash. Wah.
Yeah, no, like I want to edit a clip with like Wario either in the fight or using that music when Wario does his thing because it fits pretty well.
Let's mod Smash Ultimate so whenever Wario uses his final Smash, it's just that. Go!
I will learn to mod video games just to do that. Okay. Alright, well, I think we are done here. This has been a Pixel Podcast.
An hour and a half long Pixel Podcast where about 45 minutes of it were actually devoted to the thing we were supposed to talk about.
But, you know, we stayed on anime the whole time. That's pretty neat. That's pretty good, right?
So, Brian, what do you think about Sonic Forces?
Nope. Not doing it. Alright, tune in next time when we talk about another movie that I love and Austin hates. Look forward to it. We don't actually have another movie lined up. I'm just assuming that's going to happen sometime in our lifetime.
Black Panther? You're black, so you must like it.
I made a podcast alone.
I know. I'm being racist.
Okay. Well, you're half Indian, so you
I know. I
can't
be. You're right.
Brown people unite. All right. Okay. I'm signing off.